Okay, so I had to try that again. It was just stuck on the loading screen, so I don't know what that was about. Let me also remind myself that I have the camera mirror this time. Whatever. I'm just trying to get this message out, okay? Because the way in which it happened means that someone needs it, and the fact that it was so difficult to get this up and running means that this is something that some force, some energy, some person doesn't want someone to know. And I'm not in the business of that. I'm in the business of truth and listening. I would not be on here if I was not. So let me start by saying that I'm grateful to be a messenger or a guide, whatever people need me to be, because I am in service of spirit. Um, Only ever take what makes sense and what resonates with you, meaning that a message should serve as confirmation rather than information. And if it does serve as information, it should serve as detail rather than you finding out about something that you necessarily didn't know. It should be a confirmation of your intuition. Only take what does resonate. Think about it like if you were picking up groceries, you wouldn't want to go home with someone else's bags, okay? So continue to pack lightly and only take what makes sense to you. So I'm going to try my very best to speak slowly and articulately because it was a lot. So just a bit of background because I have notes written down, so I don't think I'm going to forget anything. I was doing a reading for myself, okay, for me, for moi. And I started hearing verbatim a conversation between a man, not a masculine, a man, a male, okay, talking to someone that they clearly trust because, baby, they were laying it all out. They were expressing themselves very eloquently, might I add, about this woman. And specifically the mother of his child, which I picked up was a son. Remember, only take what resonates. I don't feel like this is more for maybe two people, for more than two people. I don't know for certain. I'm just here to give the message because the message was not for me. Okay. But it was a very clear conversation and it was like butting into my reading. I couldn't focus on what I was saying about me anymore. And it wasn't aligning with the cards I was pulling for myself. So I knew that it was not for me. So let me just try to. All right. So I was hearing the song Pulling Me Back by Chingy with Tyrese on it. And I know y'all know how it goes. Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back, telling me I need you in my life. Every time I try to go, something keeps pulling me back, or telling me that everything's going to be all right, something like that. So basically, someone feels like no matter how many times either one of you tries to walk away or just, be done, something, and I'll tell you for fact that they believe that something is God. This person believes in God, or at least they're beginning to. They believe that God is like continuously calling you back to each other, continuously pulling you back to each other. No matter who's doing the walking away, the running, the chasing, whatever. So they're saying this. I'm hearing a homeboy, so they might refer to this person as their homeboy that they were talking to, but they were really singing this woman's praises in a very respectful and, might I say, humble way. I prefer being humble. I prefer being grateful. Being grateful rather than humble, because I'm not getting into the etymology lesson, but it was very, it was like reverence. He was saying She's a good mother. She doesn't do anything to hurt anyone. She never did anything to hurt me on purpose. She stuck with me. She rode with me. She didn't deserve what I did to her. She deserves a good life. She deserves love. And what stuck out to me was that this man said, um, even if her happiness is not with me, I will always protect her. He didn't say he would support it. Okay. He actually said, even if she got with somebody else, I might still try try my hand. But, he expressed that he will always protect the mother of his child or his son, for that simple fact alone, that no matter what went on between them, she is, I'm trying to remember the exact adjective he used. I think it was amazing. Something like that. I'm hearing remarkable right now, though. But she's a really good mom, okay? She's a really good mother. And just something about the focus being protecting her and protecting their child. However, like I said, he feels like if he, ever got the chance again, he would 100% take it, because he was expressing to his homeboy, like, how can I expect her to see me, for who I truly am? Because I'm guessing there was an issue of feeling seen and heard and understood. How can I expect her to see me when I'm only just now learning how to see myself? So this is a man who has done a lot of introspection, and like I said, might be getting closer to his God, whatever the case may be, whatever is serving as a source of enlightenment to him. He is really trying to commit to being a better person. First for himself, which is vital, because I have told plenty of people who have tried to paint me as the muse, which is cool, but change for you. Do not change for me. And even if you have someone in your life as big as a child, you should be changing for you, because at the end of the day, you have to deal with you. It's you, you are, it's like you're in the middle of the circle, and everyone you love or everyone in your family or all your friends are in that circle, but you have a duty to be your best self to those around you. I don't believe that we don't owe anybody anything. In some ways, yes, but this man is understanding that I'm hearing I fucked up. He's really understanding and understanding the reasons why, where it stemmed from. And I do recall verbatim him saying, um, I just wish she could understand that it wasn't about her. He said, I don't put it past her that she doesn't understand that, but I just wish she could see me for me outside of what I've done. And that's when he got into, about how can I expect that from her when I'm just now getting to know myself. Okay. So it was a lot. It was a lot. And I have to um, deliver the messages. So yes, pulling me back. He said she deserves good things. And I also started hearing the song No More by 3LW. That is a throwback, but it resonated in a way in which I feel like this is the woman's energy, not a feminine, a female, a woman. Um, it was specifically the lyrics, boy in the 8th grade, but that was last year. So these two must have met in school, or maybe if this is for you, maybe you met this person in childhood, or maybe this is just a message like that might have worked, before, but I've matured as a woman and I deserve more. It could mean all types of things, but that was a song I got. So, with all of that being said, those were they're very specific messages, and I brought the cards. I bought a few cards with me just in case I needed them. But the main thing being is that this is something time sensitive for someone. I don't know if there's some type of move in progress, or some type of paperwork, or some type of deadline, or maybe this man just kind of feels like time is running out for him to get it together, and maybe he wants one last shot at expressing himself to this woman. But something is like, I'm just getting something is moving very quickly. And I was told by my guides to hop my ass on here and deliver the messages. Like I said, I was in the middle of my own reading. I did not plan to get on here. Matter of fact, what time is it? Because I got stuff to do. But I will always abide by my guides, my ancestors, my inner calling, my intuition. And the messages were coming through so strongly and emotionally that I feel like I'm doing this man a favor. I also meant to affirm in the beginning that this message will reach who it's meant to reach. And in time, for whatever this deadline is, maybe it's a spiritual deadline. Everything doesn't have to be literal or material. But yeah, okay, so my guides are asking me to help y'all out a little bit. This is called the Hidden Truth Oracle, and these are basically just, I've used these on here before, I think, but these are just messages like what someone wants to say to you. So I just parted the deck to I look for you everywhere. I'm pretty sure that the message is going to be backwards, so I'm not going to worry about showing the cards. I'll just make sure I say everything verbally. But yeah, they're calling me to use this deck because I don't know if it's a situation where like you can't speak to each other. Maybe there's some type of barrier, or maybe even something like a restraining order or something. But it has to do with this man not being able to say these things. I'm not going to read the cards that I part the deck to. I hope everyone is doing well. I have not been prioritizing this part of my purpose, this part of my journey, for the simple fact that I move when I'm called to move. I do what I'm called to do. And I have been focused on other parts of my journey because I was guided to focus on those parts of my journey. So when my guide said this was for my collective community, I had to heed the message. But I do hope everyone is doing well. I know that I think the last updates I gave were that there were no more free readings, and that was divinely guided. But I have plenty of offerings and services. Obviously, these messages are very specific, but again, only take what resonates with you, because technically these are general messages for the collective community. If you want to know more detail, or you want to know anything about your own personal walk, your own personal journey, you would have to book a personal service. Sorry. Well, not sorry, but 1 minute. Oh, thank you, Spirit. I did forget. When I was waiting for the first live setup to load, it had been like a couple minutes, and I started hearing and singing, Missing You by Case. And that is my song. Like, I love that song. But the lyrics specifically were clearly having to do with this situation. So let me see. So I don't mess nothing up. What part did I start hearing at first? It was I think it was just every day I want to pick up the phone and tell you that you're everything I need and more. If only I could find you. Okay. So that first card I showed said, I look for you everywhere. So I don't know what the barrier is. I don't know why this man can't find or see this woman or speak to her. I feel like the only logical explanations are that there's some kind of restraining order, or maybe she blocked him, whatever the case may be. But keep in mind, this man understands the situation at hand and that he was the cause for it. So I don't think this is anything toxic on the woman or the mother's part. I don't think it has anything to do with her just, being how a lot of people paint mothers of children to be. I don't do the whole baby mother, baby father thing. It's the father of the child. It's the mother of the child. So yeah, it has something to do with there being some type of blockage. It could even just be spirit. It could just be spirit holding this person back. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'm currently working against someone's spiritual team. Because what some of us need to, let me take a pause here for a second before I get into those cards. I think what some of us need to understand is that not everyone's backing, their spiritual backing, and I mean God, source, ancestors, angels, passed over friends, guides, guardians, all of that. Not everyone's spiritual backings or teams have the same goal. They definitely don't have the same strategy or method, but not everyone has the same goal. So I feel like possibly I'm being sent to work on behalf of this man for some reason. I don't know the reason. I don't really ask too many questions. I just make sure I'm protected and I make sure I'm doing as I'm asked to do. But this woman's spiritual backing, she may have prayed for protection from this man and probably with just cause. Okay, so the block could very well be something spiritual. It could be her team or her ancestors or, who she has on her side. I'm hearing Santeria. But she could have someone on, in her corner saying, I'm hearing back the fuck up, nigga. It's not funny, but it's funny. So yeah, I could very well be, all right, I'm getting the analogy of like court. I could very well be being called in as this man's witness. I'm hearing character witness. Okay. That just came through. Anywho. So yes. I think we need to understand that. And it kind of feeds into how things play out. And once you tune in enough to see that, hey, maybe that didn't work out, because it's not all about me. When I pray, when I ask, when I seek guidance, I am seeking a solution for the highest good of all involved. That's exactly how I word it. For the highest good of all involved, because I understand that what I want may not align with what's best for everyone. Of course, I want what's best for me. But in any situation, in any conflict, even in any coming together or celebration, I want what's good for everybody. Okay, so that was put on me to express that we need to understand. If you're here in my community collective, if you come across this video, that means your energy is somewhat aligned with the energies surrounding me and inside of me. And that means that you need to have an understanding that it's not all about you. That does not mean that it's not about you at all. That does not mean that you should not prioritize yourself, but it means that there are other things at play. There are other people's lives that matter in the outcomes of these situations. Okay? I'm seeing I replay our conversations over and over. So it's something about what this man said. I feel you even though we are apart. There is some type of barrier. There's some type of, maybe it's physical distance. That makes sense. I'm getting the message that, like, I think this is just something that this man feels like he would have to express in person. And maybe you guys are at a distance. So it says, I feel you even though we are apart. Give me like two more. What does this man want to say to his child's mother? What does this man want to say to this woman? And what I have as the title and the description, they were just things that I picked up on when I began. So he's basically saying, like, you can't leave me yet. Like, I'm not ready for that. And baby, this man has been crying. I forgot to mention that. I kept seeing the Ace of Cups. Like, it was falling out all over the place from different decks. The Ace of Cups usually speaks of like a new opportunity. It could speak of new love or an outpouring of emotions or even birth or I heard inception. I was going to say conception. But yeah, this man has been crying the blues, like boo-hooing. I'm seeing like snot. Like maybe he's After expressing himself to this homeboy, like, let it out. He must feel really safe with this homeboy because he is letting it all out. Show me what this man has to say. There's I look for you everywhere actually coming out. So it could be that maybe you all had some type of routine or you had places that you frequented together, and this man just feels like he's just always seeking you out. And on the bottom of the deck here, it says, I knew exactly what I was doing. So this is a man not only taking accountability, but admitting, like, I'm hearing I ain't shit. Like, this is someone who knew what was up. And I think that's important to note. So let me pause for a minute. We all get mixed up when we think or believe that someone didn't do something on purpose. I'll speak for me personally. I have given so many people the benefit of the doubt when it did not serve me or even the other person, right? Because everyone should be taking accountability for their actions and their words. But I would then step in as a soothsayer and say, they didn't mean it. That wasn't their intention. Baby, this man meant it. Okay? So I don't know what was done or what was said, but he knew exactly what he was doing. Show me another message or two. You and I were too young. I can't make it up. So y'all really might have met when you were young, children. I'm hearing under 18. The bottom of the deck says you don't know how hard it was to let you go. So this could just be a situation where maybe this woman was like, I can't do this anymore. I have to go. Like, maybe I have to go make a better life for not just me, but our child. And you, where you're at right now, you're not part of that. That could be it. So one more. And then I feel like they're going to have me pull a few tarot cards. I'm not trying to rush, but yeah, just being near you is intoxicating. So yeah, this is someone who feels like they're in love, like in love. I'm definitely picking up on lust being a part of whatever happened, whether it was cheating or whatever the case. I'm not being pulled to get into what happened because I'm getting that both people in this situation are learning that the present is most important. And that could be why this woman separated herself, because she understood that, look, the past is in the past, but I have to root myself in the present so I can prepare for my future. And this man is realizing that he is not his past. He's realizing that he did some things because he was hurt from his own past. And that had absolutely nothing to do with the family that he formed. He needs to be showing up as a better version of himself and a better version of whoever he feels like had such an imprinting on him, such an influence on him. He needs to be showing up better than what was done to him. And that's the understanding that he's having. I feel like this man feels like, if I could have my way, like Ray J type shit, if I had one wish, it would be not for us to go back and redo anything, but for us to kind of meet again and reconnect. I'm seeing the 6 of Cups in my eye, which is reunion, soulmates, past love connections, childhood, inner child. If you two could just meet with her and begin to build again, that's what this person would want. That's what I'm picking up on. Okay, so I am not going to speak at all on whether or not this man is being, well, I do sense that he's being genuine. I'm getting that it's safe to say that. But I'm not going to at all speak on whether or not this woman should open this door. Actually, in my eye, I'm seeing someone put their foot in a door to stop it from closing. That's that time is running out message coming back up. But I'm not the judge of that. I'm not going to say anything on that. I'm just going to deliver the messages that I'm being guided to give. Lip balm break. And I'm going to sip my tea because I can appreciate that my voice has not gone out at all during this reading. That happens to me a lot. So this is definitely a person who's ready to be honest, not only expressive and open, but honest. Because when the throat chakra experiences a blockage or it closes up, You're not ready to talk your shit yet. Like, you're not ready to be honest. You could be open, but a lot of people are loud and wrong. And so this is someone who is willing to just lay it out all on the table and say, I did that. I did that. And not only can I admit that I did it, I can admit that I knew what I was doing, that I'm not stupid, and I can admit that it was wrong. So it's like steps of truth, steps of honesty. You take ownership of the thing that you did. Then you admit why you did it. I can recall my father constantly telling me growing up, you do know why. I was not allowed to say, I don't know. It was, you do know why, you do know why, you do know why. And I don't, as a parent myself now, I don't fully agree, but I can definitely appreciate why that was done, because he wanted to teach me accountability. He wanted to teach me ownership of my actions and my words, and honesty about those actions and words. So those steps of honesty, it's like you own it, and then you kind of attribute it, you make sense of it with whatever went on, what was your motive, and then you admit it. Owning it is not the same thing as admitting it, because you can know you did something, but you might not openly admit it to someone else. And what that is pride. And it's also still dishonesty. You can very well say, I did do her wrong, but not admit to her or anyone else that you did her wrong. And that's the shadiness. And I think that if this person was exhibiting those qualities before, baby, I don't know what type of ass whooping spirit gave this person. But yeah. All right. So which one, spirit? All right. Let's see. That's 7 of Rods, baby. Somebody was fighting them demons. I don't know why I'm hearing, you doing it on purpose, baby. Here's the Empress card. I think that this man is just realizing what this woman means to him. And the Empress, again, let me pause for a second and let me put y'all up on game, okay? You can come across, and I'm going to speak to women, okay? You can come across some woman that exudes one of these queens up in these decks, like the Queen of Cups. She's very nurturing. She's very, she's a good listener, okay? She's very soft. She's very kind of feminine and elegant. Definitely makes for a good mother, but more so just the energy overall that she exudes, she's very healing. Or you can come across the Queen of Wands, who is very confident, and she's more so the no cut card, no bullshit taking, very vibrant in a sense where she is, I'm hearing mystical, and that fits because she's very passionate and she doesn't let anything get in the way of her passion. She's very confident, very brave, very courageous. But the Queen of Swords is that she's that bitch. Okay, she's very strategic and ambitious and intelligent. And I'm hearing she doesn't take no for an answer, and that's factual. Okay, the Queen of Swords she is very logical. So where the Queen of Hearts might be very emotional, she might be very emotionally intelligent, and that might be her compass. The Queen of Wands compass might just be her drive, her ambition, wherever she's called to, she's going. The Queen of Swords, her mind, her logic. And last, but definitely not least, the Queen of Pentacles. She's about her bag, but her bag is not just money. Her bag is comfort. It's luxuries. And not only is it about receiving those things and having those things, it's about providing those things. So she's kind of like the mother of the queens. Every queen is a mother because they all make up the Empress. The Empress is all of the queens. She's mastered every facet of being a queen, and she is exalted to goddess status. So all that to say, this man is realizing that he fumbled his goddess. That's exactly what I just heard. I heard I fumbled my queen. And I guess since the separation, she then healed and grew and advanced into being an empress. And so now he's kind of feeling the energetic shift within her, like, damn, But I don't think this is a man that senses her growth, that is just kind of trying to piggyback, or ride her coattails, or just kind of feeling like I want her so no one else can have her at her best. It's more so just she's his muse. I'm hearing that song by Division. Uh he's like, if she can do that, I can do that. Like, I want to show up as her match, her partner. Damn, the 10 of Pentacles. Like, they really feel like, can we please? It's not funny. I'm not laughing at this man. It's just, if you've watched me, sometimes I can't help it. But yeah, baby, please. That's what I'm getting. Baby, please. Like, please. Can we just, oh my gosh, I can't make it up. Oh, sorry. I can't make it up. Like, can we please just, I want this family with you. Like, I want generations with you. I'm seeing in my eyes an old couple in their rocking chairs. Like, this is what this person wants. Their cup is empty without you. I feel like, y'all know I'll pick up on movies and songs. Let me slow myself down a little bit. I'm seeing My Best Friend's Wedding. Do not apply the plot necessarily to this message, but it's the scene where, I think her name was Cameron Diaz's character. Basically, it's the energy of someone going to bat for this man to this woman, like speaking on his behalf. Like I said, character witness type shit. That's what I was picking up on. All right, Spirit. I'm grateful to be a messenger, grateful to be a guide, grateful to be a conduit, a mouthpiece. What do we need to know? The collective community, or specifically these people involved in this situation. Someone really is trying to put in the work. I'm hearing, I've been working on it, putting in overtime. Someone feels like they really, really, really want, this is the bottom of the deck, they really want this harmony back. They really want this woman back. What else? I'm going to pull like 4 more, y'all. What time is it? All right, so this could be a Taurus or an Aries or an earth sign, or just someone who's really about that bag. Like, maybe they prioritize their money before family and they thought that was the manly thing to do, but they were missing their inner femininity. This person could have had issues with their mother, but they didn't know how to nurture the family that they were building. And I think that there's a balance of energy when it comes to masculine and feminine and having a family. And I'm not getting into all of that, but this is just the energy I'm picking up off this card. This could also be someone who's very rambunctious with their actions. Very, maybe very impulsive, but they just kind of give boss type energy. I just heard a car honk outside. I don't know if that was audible to anyone who listens to this, but that served as confirmation. The Wheel of Fortune. Someone really, like I said, it's not that they wish to undo anything or go back to anything. They want something completely new. They feel like things have changed, or that things can change. And I think the inspiration for that feeling is they've seen this woman change. They've seen themselves change. I think this man is confident in the fact that he has actually reaped the benefits of the work that he's put in, but he's not wanting to be selfish with the results of the work he's done. He's wanting to share that with his family and those around him. I can't make it up. I just said he's wanting to share this. He's wanting to not only share his inner world, but give this woman the world. Like, he's willing to make a plan, put the plan in place, set the plan in motion. That's what this energy is, setting a plan in motion to make the decision to, I just heard the word reunite. All right, give me one more. Yeah, because they're hurting. They're hurting. And again, this is not, I'm not going to say anything specifically about what this woman should do. I'm just giving the messages as I receive them. But I feel like I want to cry. Like this person is truly hurting. And again, let me reiterate, it's important to understand that this man knows what he did. I don't think he's playing victim at all. I don't think he is trying to pass the buck, place the blame anywhere else but on himself. And I think that's even more hurtful. Not I think, I feel that's even more hurtful for this man to realize that he was the cause. I heard he was the cause of the undoing. He did it. And he hates himself for it. But what he's realizing is he's also going to have to grow through that, because in order for any forgiveness to occur, whether the forgiveness denotes reconciliation or not, he understands that he needs to forgive himself first. Okay? He could also be sick, but I'm more so just getting like um lovesick energy, like yeah, I'm hearing missing you again. Every day I wanna pick up the phone and tell you that you're everything I need. I don't know why I picked up this tech for real. It must be meant to be, because I was ready to be like, all right, good luck. They definitely might want to offer up something tangible. Someone could be buying a house. Or this is what someone wants to do, or what they're currently working toward or manifesting. I'm also getting that this man is ready to be the leader of his family. That doesn't mean that she's not also the leader. I think there can be more than one leader in a household. But what I mean by that, let me say this. Specifically what I'm getting from him, what he sees his leadership as. He is ready to be, I'm hearing, the forefront of this family. He's ready to show up as his best self because he understands that he's a representation of his family. And that's a big thing, because let me just say, on a very quick tangent, people like to pretend that only the woman is the representative of the man in the family. So if she is out here, doing what she wants to do or whatever, and she might look a little bad, not physically in appearance. I mean, that too. But, society will pretend that only the woman and the child are the representatives of the man. But that's patriarchal, okay? You should be showing up as your best self for you first. And like I said, that circle, you show up as your best self for them as well. So what this man sees leadership as now is that he's ready to put on his best jacket, is what I just heard. Not literally, maybe, but he's really ready to put his best foot forward, okay? There's also something he wants to admit, something that was buried in his subconscious. What are these that just fell out? Yeah, whatever energy or whatever events happened that made him impulsive, like I said, or that maybe made him imbalanced. It's something that it's some type of, I'm hearing secret. It definitely has to do with a mother figure. I heard grandmother. All right, let's see, because then I'm out of here. And then I'm out. I just want I just want to give you guys, or whoever this is resonating with, just give me an overall message. All right. There's that 5 of Cups again. You all see how those 3 cups have fallen and this person just feels like there's no hope left. It's because they haven't turned around and looked at the 2 cups that are standing behind him. In the tarot, the left is the past and the right is the future. Those 3 cups that have fallen, that's the past. Stop focusing on the past. I don't know who I'm talking to. Maybe this doesn't even have to do with the message. Stop focusing on the past. Focus on the future. Focus on what could be. Why? Because at the bottom of the deck here is the Star card. The Star card is all about hope and healing and prosperity, making something out of nothing. I'm getting temperance energy even though I don't see it. You can, I'm hearing transfer these feelings and make them into something else. I'm just part of the deck to the death card. With death comes birth. This does not have to be literal. It could be. Maybe someone's mother or grandmother passed away and, it affected them in a certain kind of way. But death is all about cycles and rebirths and transformations. That number 13 reduces to a 4. So with those changes, with those transformations, a new foundation can be built. So this is, I asked, just overall, like, what do you need to know? You need to know that there are 2 cups still readily available to be poured into. And I feel like those 2 cups are these 2 people. Whatever those 3 cups were, whatever was standing in the way, whether it be addiction, whether it be lack of communication, I'm hearing disrespect, outside people getting into the relationship, too many people being involved, whatever the case may be, okay? Someone just wants to shift gears. I'm hearing get one more, and this came right out. And with the 7 of Pentacles on the bottom, symbolizing hard work, but also to me, when I see this card, I think of wasted time or wasted efforts. It's easy to feel this way when you're not seeing a result. It's easy to feel that way when you're going through that dark night of the soul. And it's like, what is all of this for? Like, what is the point? This hurts. I'm tired. Like, I would rather continue in blissful ignorance. But I just part of the deck to the strength card. You have to be strong. And I do pick up on the feeling that this man feels like this woman is his strength. And in a relationship, I do believe that each person serves as the other's strength in different ways. Both serves as a source of love and protection and support in different ways. And this man seems to feel, again, he feels ready to, I'm hearing show up and show out. Is there anything else they need from me, Spirit? No, I heard no, you've done your duty. Okay, well, peace be. I know that these messages will reach whoever they're meant to reach. I'm always wishing everyone well, whether I know you or not. Energetically, I would love a world where everyone prospers, everyone is at peace. Again, only take what is meant for you. Don't be taking home somebody else's groceries, storing somebody else's baggage, okay? Take what resonates. Again, I don't think this message is more than a few people, but take the pieces that resonate, that make sense, and leave the rest. I wasn't calling out a whole bunch of astrological signs because those can be anywhere in a chart, but I am hearing Aries, Taurus, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra, Sagittarius, Capricorn. And I heard and Leo. Okay, so you might be those signs. Whoever, put it where it fits. Those could even be the signs of the seasons. It could be anything. All right, but I am hearing that it has to do with someone's moon sign, and that's important because the moon is our emotions. So someone could be a Leo moon. Someone might have I'm hearing rambunctious emotions. And that can be a tricky placement because Leo is ruled by the sun and Leo rules the heart. And so to have that in the position of your emotions means you're just you can't hide your emotions for shit. You almost are identified by your emotions. They rule you. And so this is possibly someone who's ready to lean into emotional intelligence where they haven't before. So again, peace be. I hope these messages have helped shed some light, given some clarity, whatever the case may be. And I will be back whenever I feel guided to come back. Let me find the button to end it. I don't remember where it is. I don't know why I said that like that. Don't mind me. Peace be.